Hey guys, so I'm not an expert. Now, how many of you think this and say this to yourself? And it's what's holding you back from actually starting to do anything. You know, I was having a conversation with a friend recently, and she's a tutor. She teaches French to expats. And, you know, she was talking about wanting to get new students, but, you know, her time's limited because she only has the hours while her kids are in school. So I said to her, well, have you thought about scaling your business? Like perhaps, you know, your students, you're teaching them the same thing. Each student, you're teaching the same beginners, basics, you know, of French. So what about putting a product together and creating a course where people can just learn the basics online? And then, you know, once a week you can have a group coaching call where whatever the topic was for that week, you have a discussion around that and they can practice their conversational French. And the first thing she said to me was like, "But I'm not a teacher. I don't have a degree. I'm not an expert." And I have heard this from so many of my friends, my clients, you know, my students over the years, that they feel like they're not an expert. And, you know, the thing is, you don't have to be. And you already are. So let me break that down. You, for instance, like I'll take this friend of mine who teaches French. I don't know French, okay? But I need to learn conversational phrases in order to get by around on a daily basis. Like perhaps I need to know how to tell the taxi I need to get to the train station, or not that I use it here, but I'm thinking about when I was in Taiwan and I was learning Taiwanese, just that I knew the basic phrases to get to places. Like I needed to know to tell the taxi driver I need to get to the train station because my choo-choo was not making the connection with the taxi driver that I needed. So I needed to know the language in order to let him know that I needed to go to the train station, which was a little bit difficult in Taiwanese, let me tell you, because they also have 4 different tones. So sometimes I was getting the tone wrong. But nevertheless, the point I'm trying to make is the friend that I had teaching me these basic phrases, like how much does this cost? So when I go to the market, I can say, how much does this cost? I know the phrases in, you know, Taiwanese, the currency. So I know, you know, different, you know, 40 rupee, dollars, or whatever the Taiwanese dollars, whatever the thing was. But the point is that this friend of mine was not a teacher. She would just tutor other expats in her native language. Now, I didn't ask her for a degree. I didn't ask her how, you know, she came to learn her language. I just knew that she knew how to speak the language that I needed to know. And so I was prepared to pay her to learn the phrases that I needed. And so this is what I said to my friend who's also tutoring French. You know, people that are needing to learn the language are needing to just know what you know already. And since you are a native teacher, you are an expert in the language. You know more than me in French. So you are an expert in the language. I don't need you to know all the foundational things of the language. I just need to know what I need to know to get by my day to day. And you know, this is the same for if you want to, you know, maybe you're passionate about dog training, or maybe you know how to train dogs and you've learned the basics and you know more than somebody who's just got a puppy that knows nothing about training a puppy. Perhaps you have a certain hobby, or maybe it's baking, or it's cooking, or it's knitting, or it's, you know, fixing engines of a certain kind of car, like whatever. There is something that you're passionate about that you know more than somebody else. So don't let that hold you back. Don't let that thought, that limiting belief, hold you back thinking, I'm not an expert. Why would anyone want to learn from me? Because we all have something that we can share with the world. We all have some knowledge or expertise, and especially if you are over 40 and you have been around a lot longer than most people. I mean, it's true, we have been around a lot longer, and we have a lot of knowledge and experience to share and to, you know, advise. Perhaps you've been in an abusive relationship or a toxic relationship, and you've managed to get out, and you can help others, you know, who are in that similar situation. Or, you know, you've been a mom and you have unschooled like I did, and I created a course to help others who are looking at unschooling, you know, learn the basis of unschooling. So there is always something that you know more than the person next to you about it. So don't let the limiting belief of I'm not an expert hold you back from creating what you want to do. And that's, you know, why I also did created the Kickstart Kit, because when I was starting out online, I knew nothing about, CTAs, hooks, funnels, all that kind of thing. It's what I've learned over the decade of being online. So I created the Kickstart Kit for people who are new, wanting to get their foot into the door of digital marketing, but they perhaps don't have their own products yet. So if you're keen to find out more about what I have in my Kickstart Kit, then just DM me or comment below Kit and I'll send it over to you. But just don't let the limiting belief, the fact that I'm not an expert, hold you back from doing what it is that you really want to do, because we all deserve financial freedom, time freedom to do the things that we really want to do. And do we really want to, like my friend who's tutoring 5 days a week and doing the same thing day after day, instead of just being able to package it up and put it into a course because she feels like she's not an expert? So I just want to encourage you today that go after your passions, chase after them. If there's something that you need help with, I'm always available to chat with you and to give you some tips, some advice, some guidelines on where to go next or how you can do what you need to do. And yeah, feel free to reach out to me. I'm always available. Well, not always available. I do sleep at times, but yeah. Anyway, guys, have a beautiful Monday and a beautiful week. Cheers. Remember to always stay fierce, stay fabulous, and stay wild. Bye.